Please stay standing for the national anthem. You may be seated. Welcome to the 134th Hudson High School commencement. Tonight is a joyous celebration of the achievement of the 390 graduating seniors from the class of 2015. So seniors, please raise your hand if you completed your entire school career, starting in kindergarten, in the Hudson School District. You were part of the kindergarten class that started in 2002 with 303 students. Now, seniors, raise your hand if you entered the Hudson School District at some time after kindergarten. You were part of the 87 more students that brought the class to the number of students that are ready to graduate today. Tonight, we honor you and celebrate who you are and what you have accomplished through your elementary, middle school, and high school years. In a few minutes, we're going to start honoring you, but first, it is important to recognize those who have contributed to your success. First and most important are your parents. They have been your first and important teachers throughout your life. They have provided love, support, acceptance, some patience, and guidance over the years. So parents of graduates, please stand. And secondly, Hudson School District staff members, teachers, support staff, administrators. You have facilitated learning, helped prepare each graduate, challenged them along the way, and supported their success. Hudson School District employees, please stand. And lastly, our Board of Education members. They have provided leadership and provided the necessary resources for your education. Representing the board this evening are President Jamie Johnson, Vice President Bruce Hanson, Treasurer Lynn Robson, and recently retired Vice President Brian Bell. Seniors, I know you are grateful for the role that each of these people have played in your life. We in the Hudson School District are grateful for each of you that you've walked our halls, you've graced our classrooms, and contributed to who we are as a school community. Members of the class of 2015, congratulations to each and every one of you. We hope that you will always be grateful for the education you've received at Hudson High School and be proud to proclaim that you are a Hudson High School graduate. Congratulations.
Good evening, graduates, family and friends, honored guests, staff, and faculty members. What a cool but brilliant celebration, an evening to culminate the K-12 learning experience for the class of 2015. I begin this evening by recognizing our departing superintendent, Mary Bowen Egerbrotten, who has influenced the commitment toward every student's learning for much of these students' years in Hudson. Please join me in congratulating her on her retirement. I would also like to recognize our teachers and our counselors who are here this evening, who have served as your advisors of this particular graduating class. This is the first graduating class to have been served by teacher advisors for 4 years of their high school experience. Graduates, I ask you to stand now and recognize your advisors and counselors who invested in you these past 4 years. Thank you. Today is a milestone, a road marker telling you that you've been successful, that you're on a track for what comes next. Along the road, the school has defined success for you. You've taken test after test, paper after paper, presentation after presentation, all determined whether you've reached academic success. And you're here, so you're good. But after today, the terrain on the road changes. Imagine a big highway sign in front of you with all kinds of different pathways on it, and the words, "My future, my way." Because after tonight, you get a chance to choose your own definition of success, unless you let society define it for you. And I will tell you that social media and societal expectations are going to want to define your success by measures of social status, money, and awards. And to this, I say resist. I've watched you these past 2 years. Some of you I've known and watched since your early elementary years. I've seen you stressed to the max about scores, about due dates, about tests, about college, about work. I've watched you try to juggle being involved so you can add it to your application, stressed about staying in school, anxiety-filled about taking courses that are challenging for you, and trying to work at night, applying for college, applying for scholarships. You've done it all. But now you have the chance to really think about what you want your life to be about, to think about defining your new success with understanding why you want to do what you want to do, instead of how much money you'll make, who you can impress, or how you will match up. Class of 2015, don't worry so much about material rewards. about impressing others. Mark your success how you've invested in yourself, how you've done something that means something to you, how you've traveled to new places, how you've learned something new. And then don't tell anyone about it. Don't tweet about it. Don't brag about it over Facebook. No Instagramming. Don't tell your best friend, your brother, or your parent. Resist the urge to tell anybody about something that has ancillary approval that says you're successful. You don't need it. Do it for you. Class of 2015, I wish you the gift of passion, the gift of giving and serving others, and the gift of a great success in your life, a success defined by you. Congratulations.
Time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life. For those who look only to the past and to the present are certain to miss the future. I said, are certain to miss the future. Now, if any of you didn't know where that came from, that comes from Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies from the map of 5. Now, change is definitely happening for all of us. High school is now over, but this is just the beginning of a fantastic and wonderful new life. No more monotonous bells telling us class is over, and no more hall monitors stopping us and telling us we need passes. We can make our own choices. Now, if I came up here and talked for 72 hours straight, I know there would be at least one person who could stay awake and listen. That person is Jamison Krause, who stayed awake for 3 days straight for an AP psychology project. That is amazing, and he is also insane, but he's also my best friend, and I would like to thank him for being there ever since elementary school for me. Along with Jameson, there are 2 teachers that I would like to specifically thank, not only for their devout mindset in teaching, but for their major impact they have made in both my life and many other lives as well. I will never forget the ring banging on the piano top or the fantastic laugh and smile that always brought wisdom into my life. I will never forget the dirt under my nails or the shrieking whistle on a cool fall evening. Both of these teachers are fantastic people, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. So thank you very much, Mr. Andrew Hayes and Mr. Adam Cowles, for helping myself and many others on the journey through high school. Now, if there's one thing I have learned through high school, through thick and thin, from stress-filled cram for the test nights to the calm do whatever I want nights, to the emotional roller coaster of relationships, to the endearing bonds of friendship, there is always one constant, and that constant is McDonald's. McDonald's is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and thank the Lord for that. I can now go to McDonald's and eat 5 McDoubles every day for lunch if I want. Other than the fact that I would feel like garbage every day, that is an awesome statistic. Gosh, I love McDonald's. It's fantastic. Sometimes you have those drive-through days where you're constantly moving, going from one place to the next with barely even time to eat. And other days are the sit-down days, where you have plenty of time for the unexpected to happen. McDonald's will always be there, ready to go along with you the whole way. It won't turn you away. It won't give you snide remarks. It is pure and concise, unconditional love. Now, I completely understand that McDonald's, in the way I think, is not for everyone. But I do believe that the idea I'm trying to get across is something that everyone should be reminded of. There are people in our lives that have done nothing but try to help us along the way and love us the whole while. It could be family, or friends, or pets, or even the neighbors down the street. Don't forget that they have always been there, and even though it might be awkward, give them a hug and say thank you. It means so much more than you even know. And now I would like everyone to please stand, like everyone from parents and teachers to the students as well. So, this is the chance for everyone here to get rowdy. On another completely different topic than McDonald's, I would like everyone to remember Memorial Day and how it happened just this last week. I believe that our Hudson High School class of 2015 is the most patriotic, America-loving, red, white, and blue class ever to pass through this high school. So I'm going to put this patriotism to the test. In my hand right here, I have an electric hair clipper. And I have been growing my hair out for a couple months now. So every time I hear anyone in this whole place yell USA for the next 60 seconds, I will shave off a chunk of my hair. And the timer starts now. All right. Now that my hair is in shambles, I believe I have the right to say congratulations, Hudson High School class of 2015. We did it.
Well, I also was going to shave my head, but since Bryce already took that one, I'm just going to sing this speech. Yeah. Next time, yeah, all right. Say yes, and you'll figure it out afterwards. SNL comedy writer Tina Fey wrote this quote in her book Bossy Pants, referencing her experiences with improv. When I grow up, I want to be Tina Fey. I mean, we all wish we could be Tina Fey. Not because we're good at improv, but because she is an inspiration for saying yes to positive risks. And while we can't be here, we can at least follow in her footsteps by running with opportunities, seeking creative outlets, and expressing our gratitude. Opportunities exist in every direction, but it is our responsibility to recognize their potential and to say yes. Tina Fey shared her opinion with this. As an improviser, I always find it jarring when I meet someone in real life whose first answer is no. No, we can't do that. No, that's not in the budget. No, I will not hold your hand for $1. Some opportunities exist as doors that are open for us. We are handed a menu and choose to try duck pate and wildebeest. We are handed our class schedule and choose to take Japanese swordmanship. Some doors will close in our face, but others can send our life in an amazing new direction. Duck pate is disgusting, but I may have an untapped talent for Japanese swordmanship. Yes is a small word that can open huge doors. The best advice I ever received was to say yes to opportunities, risks that will help you or someone else grow professionally, spiritually, or personally. These words of wisdom were from a woman in her 40s who spontaneously agreed to travel to an underprivileged school in Cambodia to deliver donated laptops. This was a door open for her, but it was not a small yes. She left her family and she shipped off to Africa to make the world a better place. It was huge and crazy and inconvenient and life-changing. She said yes. But more than saying yes to opportunities, we need to actively seek out opportunities to say yes to. We need to learn to open doors for ourselves because we can't expect every amazing opportunity to be handed to us. In fact, very few will. No one ever asked Jackie Robinson, "Do you want to break the color barrier?" No one ever asked Susan B. Anthony, "Do you want to advocate for women's suffrage?" These individuals opened their own doors. They were passionate, so they created the opportunity that they were looking for. People will tell you that when one door closes, another one opens. But what about the doors that are not just open for you? Every one of us sitting here today has something unique and special to offer the world, a skill or ability that is too valuable to leave idle. For example, I love to scrapbook, and Christopher Van Summeren has a passion for aeronautical engineering. To some people, we are a generation of wanters, social media addicts, skinny jean fanatics, and Starbucks coffee enthusiasts. But those of us here today know better. 2015 is a class of artists. Shu Vu, Hannah Seifela, Kayla Parker. We are a class of leaders. Bryce Ducharme, Kit Drewski, Madison Davis. We are a class of bold ideas and passion. Chris Lunenberg, Claire Van Valkenburg, Mo Bada. When striving to reach our potential, seizing opportunities limits us to the chances that are handed to us. Henry Ford could have been a wildly successful horse carriage engineer. But when you see the potential for something greater, when you see that unopened door, make it happen. No, I'm not telling you to avoid opportunities that role models around us may provide. In the words of Tina Fey, I want to thank my parents for somehow raising me to have a confidence that is disproportionate with my looks and abilities. It is our parents, families, teachers, coaches, and community that provided us the opportunity to be graduating here today. Now we have officially spent 13 years here developing these skills. But looking back, the time went so fast. And the next 13 years will go even faster. So let's make the most of it. Run with opportunities, seek creative outlets, express gratitude. Our lives should be filled with as many yeses as possible, as many stories, experiences, and bad jokes as we can fit in while we are still young and invincible. And at our 25th reunion, I want to hear what you said yes to. Whip mom out.
All right, good evening. I think it's fitting to start with the obvious. I'm terrified. I'm also freezing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm also honored to be here with you guys, with your family, share a moment like this. But in all honesty, I really just kind of want to sprint off the stage. I'm parked right over there. Come back in September, pretend like none of this happened. Now, I know what you're thinking. That'd be fantastic, short speech. Now, in all seriousness, my commencement speech. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Chafee. For those of you who never had me as a teacher, I'm sorry I never had the chance to get to know you. I've heard good things, though. For those of you who I did have in class, I'm just sorry. You kind of drew the short end of that stick. You could have had Mr. Hatfield or you could have had Mr. Friedel, and you ended up with this guy. Now, for my part, I'm kind of thrilled you ended up with this guy. All right, so I'm going to have to apologize here. This isn't actually going to be a short speech. Last weekend, when I woke up in a cold sweat at 4 a.m., and I did the reasonable thing and Googled great commencement speeches. I figured I've had students just copy and paste from Wikipedia for years, and finally, here's my chance. Now, I realized the folly of my search in moments. I was watching clips of gifted poets, authors, writers, politicians, actors, comedians at the top of their game. I was really nervous after that. However, I did have one aha moment. This is going to get back to that apology I made about 30 seconds ago. You all forgot about it, but I still remember. I watched a clip of Matthew McConaughey giving a commencement speech. It was a little crazy, a little insane, incredibly weird, 45 minutes long. And then I found out he was paid $145,000 to give this speech. And it was then I realized you get paid by the minute to give commencement speeches. Hence my apology. We're going to be here for hours. If you've ever been in my class, I can lecture an entire class period on the title slide without actually getting to any of the content. Now, my disclaimer, I'm not actually getting paid to do this, just so you know. Okay, I can't just sit here and do jokes all night. I do have some advice to impart. You're asking yourself, what sage advice does a 34-year-old kid give to a bunch of 17 and 18-year-old kids? A lot of you are better students, definitely more athletic, far more intelligent, more kind, more compassionate than I am. What advice do I leave you with? I did the only reasonable thing I could think of doing at this point, and I turned to my wife, Andrea. She's all of these things. Just don't tell her I said that. Now, prior to asking my wife, I had settled on passion as the theme for this speech, but my lovely wife suggested joy. Now, since I'm an optimist, this fits perfectly with my general worldview. Find joy in your life. Now, I'm not the smartest teacher at our school, and through many discussions, I've also found out I don't really stand a chance if there's a school-wide teacher version of Hunger Games. Now, what I would argue I have the ability to do is find joy. I come to work every single day, happy to be there, and legitimately thrilled that I get to come back tomorrow. I'm regularly shocked. I get paid to talk to 30 people at a time, 150 a total, about government, human geography, because when I try and discuss these things with my kids, they have a tendency to wander off. In their defense, what 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 7-year-old, for that matter, 18-year-old really wants to sit around and discuss foreign policy? Now, for a brief dose of honesty, everyone who has sat through one of my pep talks knows that I'm the most depressing optimist on earth. So, here it is. You won't always find the joy in what you're doing or where you're at. There will be tough days, and there will be tough jobs, and there will be tough relationships. For those moments, I turn to Teddy Roosevelt. He pulled a quote from a soldier. I'm going to use it here. Do what you can with what you've got where you're at. Now, as far as I can tell, the key in there is you. I'll say it again. Do what you can with what you've got where you're at. Now, you control how you engage each day and how you treat each person along your journey. Make as many of those days and as many of those interactions with people filled with joy. When you're waxing poetic, at the end of your days, it'll be the moments in life most filled with joy you'll be reminiscing about. Today is one of those moments for me. Now, I know we're here for you, and all the moms and the dads and the grandmas and the grandpas and the aunts and the uncles and all the unmentioned others who helped you here today. But for me, this is a culminating moment filled with joy. When I was asked to give this speech, I ran to Bob Smith and John Ammon for advice. Both Mr. Smith and Mr. Ammon are bright guys, and Mr. Smith gives this speech on a biannual basis. Now, Mr. Ammon's advice was funny. It was mean, but it was funny. He said, "It's not that bad giving the speech. It's just talking to a football stadium full of like 3,000 people." Mr. Smith's advice is why I'm here. He said something to the effect of, "In teaching, you don't get recognized often, and being asked to do the speech is an honor. So, I'm honored. Still terrified, but honored." Now, getting back to this whole joy concept and how it's going to play out in your lives. The answer is, I have no idea. My story was marrying my high school sweetheart, becoming a teacher, having 3 beautiful children, and that's it. Each of those endeavors has filled my days with joy and continues to do so. However, you might take a different path. You probably are going to take a different path, and that's wonderful. That's part of the beauty of this whole joy concept. You're the one who creates the system of measurement. Our society has thoughts and feelings on what success means, what passion looks like. But joy is yours. Find that within yourself and share that joy in all your endeavors, and you'll have passion and find success. Try to create passion and pursue success without joy, and it'll either fall short or be empty. This is an ending. You've made it. You've finished 13 years of public education. This chapter is closing. I'm going to give you a very brief glimpse, I'm almost done, about what's coming next in the next chapter. Debt. Lots and lots of debt. In all shapes and sizes, from student loans to car loans, from helping a friend move to insurmountable debt you owe your parents, just so you know. Through all this debt, you'll find that joy for life. You'll find joy in what you do, and you will finally enjoy coffee. It is this last one that will get you through the dark times. Literally, pulling all-nighters is definitely a part of life. You'll need coffee. Luckily, there's an app that tells you exactly where the nearest Starbucks is. And should that fail, you can always just give me a call, because I happen to know where every Starbucks is. I've had many a cup of coffee on my couch watching the sunrise, enjoying the small moments. You too will find your moments of joy. You too will find a next chapter in life worth writing. Now, I'm going to quote Bilbo Baggins, because it's about time you realize just how dorky I truly am. You step into the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no telling where you might be swept off to. So keep your feet under you, keep your coffee in hand, find joy in all you do, and make the next chapter in life a great one. Congratulations, class of 2015, and have a nice life.
Thank you, Bryce, Dina, and Mr. Chafee for those words of inspiration. Also, thanks this evening to our Hudson High School band who has played for us this evening. A round of applause. And also for our chamber choir, please welcome the chamber choir under the direction of Andrew Hayes and the senior singers. So please welcome them to the stage and enjoy the song Homeward Bound by Anita Kerr. Board of Education, President Johnson, it is with honor and pleasure that I have verified that these students have completed all the necessary requirements for high school graduation and present to you the class of 2015.
Thank you, Principal Shoemaker. And my brief remarks will not contain any advertisements for Starbucks or McDonald's, and there will be no hair cutting. But graduates, this night is an attainment of your first big life goal, but it's just the first of many more to come. Our advice is never stop setting goals and focus on those goals as you achieve them. And you will achieve many, and some you may not. But whether you are achieving them or still pursuing them, always be grateful. And that's the message that Bryce and Dina had, and even Mr. Chafee, of having joy and gratitude. Develop that and express it generously every day, an attitude of gratitude. So with that, on behalf of the Board of Education, it's with great honor and pride that we accept the class of 2015.
Samuel N. Dott. Aubrey Anissa Adam. Justin Allen Ahers. Tess Olivia Allen. Vincent Angelo Almanza. Brendan Eugene Anderson. Derek Mark Anderson. McKenna Marie Anderson. Michaela Christine Anderson. Rachel Jacqueline Anderson. Morgan Arlene Armbruster. Caitlin Claudia Asmus. Bryce David Bagley. Blake Douglas Bonner. Danielle Carol Viral. Ashley Donna Balfons. Dana Michelle Ball. Ivor James Barabo. Charles Alex Bernard. Lauren Ashley Barnes. Mohan Abdulrahim Fatah. Maddie Marguerite Bauman. Hannah Jane Burrow. Madison Mackenzie Beauchamp. Jillian Beaupre. Eric Walter Bell. Callie Nicole Benjamin. Hannah Marie Bennett. Haley Marie Benoit. Shelby May Betts. Kamaya May Buell. Kennedy Jade Bills. Bridget Michelle Bixler. Elizabeth Marie Babe. Danielle Denise Borchard. Haley Nicole Boros. Alexandria Josephine Bordeaux. Marie Roselle Bourgette. Elizabeth Ann Bowers. Kaylee Marie Brand. Henry James Brecky. Yuri Alexander Bronson. Joseph Michael Brushy. Megan Elizabeth Beekler. Cheyenne Amber Burt. Dakota Rain Carlson. Jordan Edwin Carranza. Paco Ignacio Castro. J. Young Cha. Devin Marie Sika. Justine Janice Collins. Noel Sofia Marie Mendoza Concepcion. Caitlin Elizabeth Cook. Joseph Kyle Cooper. Sarah Joyce Koppenberger. Maria Lynn Cody. Gabrielle Grace Dockel. Jordan Thomas Daniel. Jaron Dane Dalton. Madison Enloe Davis. Drew Walter DeLong. Elizabeth Margaret Denning. Quentin Matthew Dernosik. Ashley Jennifer Detman. Anna Catherine DeWitt. Drew David Dooley. Brenna Tazia Zick Dormy. Wyatt Christopher Dove. Catherine Nancietta Draper. Catherine Rose Drewiski. Bryce Donald Ducharme. Cameron Paul Duncan. Riley Burke Dunn. Ryan Alexander Dunn. Natasha Lynn Dustin. Adam Joseph Dukes. Hannah Elizabeth Eads. Ian John Eggeberg. Caitlin Mary Ehrman. Connor John Ellingson. Rachel Louise Estes. Hunter Riley Elstrom. Mitchell Joseph Fanning. Kaya Rebecca Thea. Kevin Brian Fisher. Morgan Lynn Fisher. Patrick John Fisher. Issa James Fofana. Nicole Ann Foster. Becca Jean Frankie. Skylar Harold Frost. Connor Timothy Fry. Saeed Shokrola Ganji. Nathaniel Ryan Gasman. Kelsey Ann Geigley. Alexa Ann Gerhardt Drinkwine. Beatrice Belil Germain. Gavin Michael Germain. Maxwell Thomas Gerke. Simone Zoe Gilmer. Samuel Christian Glade. Trent Douglas Goblin. Brooke Elizabeth Gottschalk. Nicholas Dean Gramas. Jeffrey Adam Gretz. Calvin James Green. Joseph James Greasy. Michaela Marie Grund. Erica Elizabeth Gunther. Hunter Arthur Gutsky. Brianna Elizabeth Haig. Zachary James Haas. Ashley Michelle Hall. Jordan Lynn Hall. Sarah Marie Haleen. Rita Celeste Haney. Mikael S. Hansen. Drake Austin Hansen. Zachary Lewis Hansen. Elaine Sandra Hartnett. Skylar Marie Hatch. Alyssa Nicole Hogue. Jack Thomas Oxford. Alexander James Hayes. Jasmine Elizabeth Mary Jean Helmer. Madison Doreen Hemauer. Cody Lee Hepler. Jacqueline Zua Her. Joseph Guadalupe Hernandez. Adrian Forrest Hoder. Caitlin Marie Hain. Trevor James Hoagland. Lucas Scott Holden. Noah Alexander Holden. Grady Finnegan Holmes. Corey James Howard. Jordan Nicole Huber. Robert Anthony Heffel. Ian Paul Hutchinson. Paige Jean Immerfall. Parker William James. Elise Margaret Jensen. Tristan James Jansen. Kyle Scott Jantz. Brennan William Jenkinson. Miles Robert Jensen. Aide Elizabeth Jimenez. Andrew Edward Johnson. Andrew Walker Johnson. Evan Patrick Johnson. Caitlin Elizabeth Johnson. Ruby Ray Johnson. William Arnold Johnson. Montana Nicole Johnston. Zane Nicholas Johnston. Brianna Lynn Jones. Dalton Hunter Jones. Sarah Jo Jorgensen. Carlene Nicole Junko. Cody Thomas Juno. Matthew Lee Juno. Philip Joseph Carls. Savannah Ann Nicole Kelly. Benjamin John Kemper. Samuel Joseph Kennedy. Christopher Coon. Henry Joe Kinney. Tyler Donald Kirk. Noah Grandy Kivlin. Bethany Jane Klonderman. Taylor Lynn Klatt. Madison Eliza Klein. Major Paul Klein. Connor James Noble. Evan Philip Knudsen. Mary Gail Knudsen. Margaret Ann Kaler. Wesley Daniel Corum. John Roy Koski II. Brianne Kennedy Kost. Georgia Claire Kovacic. Jameson Scott Kraus. Matthew Kressel. Angeli Leanne Krongard. Tommy Keene. Mackenzie Christina Cool. Everdina Christine Marie Labarge. Luke Richard Lambert. Desmond John Lapide. Michael Wilhelm Loriah. Amy Alexis Thor Larson. Lacey Renee Larson. Matthew Eric Larson. Noah Gabriel LeBrun. Margaret Diane Lewis. Sean Michael Linneman. Adam Charles Lips. Kendra Joe Little. Grace Irene Lowry. Christopher David Lewinberg. Brian Michael Mackley. Walter Robert Magnuson. Jonah Joseph Mahol. Michaela Renee Moline.
Smart girl. Yes, congratulations.
Brady David Malik. Simmergy Manick. Dalton Frank Marsky. Hallie Opal Rose Martin. Isla Martinez Lopez. Braden Anthony Marvin. Krista Louise Mathis. Caitlin Mary Mattis. Jacob Michael McGee. Megan Ann McGinnis. Caitlin Rose McLennan. Brent Martin McMahon. Madeline Green McMenamin. Broderick Allen Myers. Samantha Jo Michaud. Madeline McAvoy Mickelson. Luther Carl Miller. Samantha K. Miller. Jordan Page Maliner. Matthew John Moxness. Andrea Avaya Lundmuller. Megan Joanne Manette. Grant J. Munson. Antonio Martin Monterio. Dana Zoe Moore. Alyssa LaRose Morris. Talon Robert Motti. Joseph Vincent Munson. Leo Patrick Murray. Caitlin Alexandra Musselman. Bailey Alexandra Muchler. Jake Elliott Niederhauser. Joshua Michael Nelson. Keely Marie Nelson. McKenna Christina Nunn. Riley Owen Astrak. Madeline Grace O'Malley. Juan Diego Ortiz. Madison Grace Otto. Travis John Palmer. Kayla Marie Parker. Noah Steven Peterson. Taylor Sean Beecher. Rena Marie Pinkwitz. Lauren Peterson. Anthony Peter Philblad Lang. Jaron David Phillips. Joseph Matthew Plitzner. Riley Yvonne Poling. Cassidy Marie Pottiger. Joseph Christian Potter. Alexis Sierra Preeb. Kiara Proserpi. Emily Ann Provost. Alexander Raymond Queener. Madison Lynn Rayleigh. Megan Rose Rasmussen. Mitchell Lee Rasmussen. Molly Ann Rasmussen. Diamond Faith Ratledge. Colin James Rayome. Ryan Joseph Ryder. Emily Jo Richardson. Jenna Elizabeth Richardson. Molly Nicole Richardson. Dayton Sterling Ryder. Laura Louisa Rinta. Austin Joseph Romanowski. Connor Liam Romig. Tyler Glenn Romig. Gabrielle Amy Rossini. Erica Lynn Rothbauer. Wesley James Rudak. Joshua Ryan Rudisill. Megan Ann Rudquist. Dylan Joseph Rutten. Madison Jean Christine Richter. Emily Antoinette Ryder. Hannah Seifola. Caitlin Addie Sanaki. Elias McKinney Chanel. Abigail Jean Schmidt. Ashton Christine Schmidt. Catherine Cecilia Shomas. Samuel Allen Schomer. Jacob August Schrader. Bethany Ann Schuler. Anthony Philip Schulo. Jacob Andrew Schwertel. Brandy Taylor Sadesky Robinson. Dominic Joseph Serpico. Parker Lee Shevlin. Brendan Nicholas Sykes. Joseph Kisimani Sekulu. Sherwin Syme. Mitchell Joseph Simonet. Laura Elaine Simonson. Dylan Glenn Seitz.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Elaine Wallen Smith. Kyle Curtis Smith. Marissa Lynn Smith. Haley Marie Smock. Joe William Smolinski. Michael Allen Spear. Brian Michael Stark. Emma Vadnais Steiner. Lucia Mary Stiles. Eleanor Jean Stoddard. Erica Sue Stoffer. Leah K. Sokolsky. Allison Tackenden. Justin Hal Turstig. Logan Scott Teskey. Samuel K. Tao. Taylor Alexandra Phil. Charlie Ann Thompson. Eric Michael Thorson. Jacob James Thermos. Camry Rose Tierney. Holden Kevin Tim. Marina Ann Tingblad. Tyler Tonjes. Morgan James Trainer. Lucas Donovan Trainer. John Frank Americo Ugatil. Julia Ann Van Allen. Gunnar Olaf Van Gilder. Sarah Connor Van Sickle. Christopher Todd Van Sumeren. Claire Pierce Van Valkenburg. Ashley Nicole Venadich. Austin Philip Visner. Lou Vu. Shu Law. Kelly Elizabeth Wade. Natalie Rose Wareham. Nicholas Glenn Waterhouse. William Dempsey Way. Devin Michael Weeks. Cody Daniel Weiss. Rachel Marie Weiss. Maeve Louise Whalen. Dina Jean Whitwam. Alexa Cheyenne Wickenhauser. Henrik Christopher Wiesemeyer. John Toivo Wilgren. Christian Neil Willicke Jr. Madeline Marquita Willie. Caroline Suzanne Witchell. Shelby Adele Wool. Natalie Flores Wood. Cody Lee Woodbeck. Dalton James Wright. Lindsay Elizabeth Worm. Blue Dakota Zhang. Tony Yang. Quinn Alexander Zacharias. Evelyn Gwynn Zaworski. Eli Lawrence Zenz. Taylor Zoe Marie Zarnick. Peter Joseph Zindler. Josepha Ann Zahn. Last but not least, Nicholas Michael Zumwaldi.